Hey there, this is Jess, the Traveling Mystic, and I have a story that I wanted to share that really set the course of my life the last probably 4 years that was so important to me. And I've told this story to thousands of people in person, in my work, but I just wanted to create a video about it. So it was 2014, and I was feeling so stuck in my life. And that I worked for the same company, doing the same job, the same role, the same things for 9 years. 9 years. And I wanted to grow, and there just wasn't really an opportunity for that. And I didn't know what to do. And I just felt that my happiness was out of my control, that it was attached to a job and a boss and a role. And I knew that that wasn't true. I knew that I'm responsible. I'm responsible for my happiness. You're responsible for your happiness. It is not anybody else's responsibility but yours. But I felt so stuck, and I knew I needed to do something that was so beyond anything that I had done, that was so beyond my comfort zone, to shake me up and shake me awake and remind me that I'm in control of my life and I'm in control of my happiness. So I was visiting a girlfriend in Orlando, and I woke up and I was like, what is the craziest thing that I could do? And I said, skydiving. I am not an adrenaline junkie. It is not something that's ever been on my list, but I thought that if I could jump out of a plane at 13,000 feet and land, that I could do anything. And so I reached out to a girlfriend, and it turned out she and her husband were going to be at this skydiving place. And so I woke up the next morning, and I didn't tell anybody, because what happens when you tell people something that's crazy? And crazy means something that's out of their realm of understanding. So when you tell people that you're going to go skydiving or something just so beyond their level of comprehension, what are they going to do? They're going to try to talk you out of it, right? You could die. Do you have any idea what could happen? They project their fears, their judgments, their failures, everything that they've experienced in their life or haven't experienced, they're projecting on you. And I knew that, so I didn't tell anyone, because I knew in my heart that I needed to do this more than anything. So I didn't tell anybody. I got in the car and I drove. I did stop at church on the way, though, get my insurance policy just in case. And then I went to this skydiving place. Now, this skydiving place was very well known, which was good. That gave me some comfort. One of my girlfriends was going to be there with her husband, so that also gave me comfort, knowing that these people who had done it before were going to be there too. And I watched a video about how I could die and how my family couldn't sue the company, and all this stuff. And then I had to wait 3 hours. I had 3 hours to change my mind. I had 3 hours to contemplate and think about it. And I was absolutely 100% going to do it. And then it came time for me to get ready, and my tandem jumper came and introduced himself, and his name was Bill. And Bill had been jumping for as long as I had been alive. And that also gave me a level of comfort. And I figured, you know what, if I'm going to do this one time, I'm going to get a videographer and I'm going to have him record it. So we're walking onto the plane, and the videographer's like, hey, Jess, how you doing? How you feeling? And I was like, I'm good. And we're in this little plane, and there's, 8-10 people in there, and we're all scrunched in, super tight like sardines, and we're climbing. And then at 10,000 feet, solo jumpers start jumping out of the plane. It's not my turn yet, but others are jumping out. And the videographer's like, what's going on? How are you feeling? And I was like, I'm good. God's going to get me on the ground. And it came to the point where we were at 13,000 feet, and it was my turn to go. And we are standing there at the edge of the plane. The door is wide open, and I'm on the edge. And Bill cannot push me out of that plane. I have to choose to jump. Choose to take that leap. And so I'm standing there, and I'm on the edge. And I know that I can chicken out. And I'm standing there, and I'm like, okay, am I going to chicken out, say, nope, this is too much for me, sit back and keep living my life the way I've been living it? Or am I going to take a leap And even though I don't know what's on the other side, it has to be greater than this. And so I leapt. And it was the most calming experience of my life. And as Bill and I landed and I gracefully stepped out of my gear, I had one of the most important lessons of my life that changed everything. And that was that the fear of doing it was greater than actually doing it. And that was in January of 2014. And I made a commitment to myself that every month I was going to do something that pushed me outside my comfort zone in some way, one way or another. And there was all these different examples. And it culminated into the end of the year being offered this fantastic opportunity in Seattle, across the country, and I leapt and I did it. And I drove 3,152 miles or something crazy like that by myself across the country from Florida to Seattle to embark on this new adventure. That would not have happened if I had not taken that leap. And there are so many times in our lives when we have the opportunity, where we have that choice. Do I fall back and keep living the way I've been living, or do I take the leap, even if I don't know what's on the other side of it? And I have done that over and over and over and over again. And it's gotten to a point now, I actually have been committing to myself to do that even more often, to put myself out there, to go outside my comfort zone, because that's where it all is. That's where the growth is. That's where the epic juiciness, amazingness of life is, beyond our comfort zone. And the only way we can know what's possible, if we're willing to go there and if we're willing to do that. And so I know, because I've done this so many times, that the fear of doing it is greater than actually doing it. And when you just follow that intuition, that call inside of you to take those leaps, I promise that you are going to have amazing experiences. It might not be epic, incredible, and amazing. It might fall on your face, but you have learned. You will have gone all out and done that. And I have played small. Trust me, I've played small for a very, very long time, and not gone after what I wanted, and not done what I wanted to do, and done what everyone else thought I should do, and their opinions and all that stuff. And it was killing my soul. It was killing my soul, you guys. And I'm sure that there are some of you out there too who feel like, why am I living this life? Why am I doing this? This isn't what I'm here for. This isn't what I'm meant to do. This isn't bringing me joy. And guess what? The earth needs joy so much. It needs you to be in joy. It needs you to take the leaps of faith. So that's what I encourage you to do, is trust, follow, take those leaps of faith over and over again. And it'll change your life. It absolutely will. It changed mine. Thanks.